welcome to my Note Oracle DBA YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about each and every organization to rotate the password mandatory in every 3 months or 6 months, because sometimes the user may left the organization or for the security reasons they want to rotate it. So when you are rotating the password, for example, if you want to capture all the log statements, because which user is firing a which command or uh, what kind of activity is happening, so you want to monitor that, so you have enabled the log statement equal to all. So once you enable that, when you are trying to execute, alter user and the username, changing the password would be captured on your logs. So this is a big security issue. So in real time, how to handle this scenario, let's see in detail. First of all, as I mentioned, this is a problem. So the problem is you are creating a user, you can call it as a foo or Nike or anything. So the password would be set as a bar, and also you want to reset the password of the particular user, so you are typing that foo123. So what will exactly happening, set the parameter log statement equal to all, which capture users and their password. Okay, so example, it would be like when you are trying to reset the password from the application level or any important user you are changing it, so that particular user has been read by from your non DBA user. So why that concept is totally happening? So here actually the Postgres as following that to use the when user or some kind of syntax is missing. So for example, instead of alter user, you are typing as a, instead of you have typed as a y. So it is a wrong syntax. That particular syntax which makes the entire query as a fail, so that the Postgres logs, it takes that the parse itself, the command is already failed, so the database must be logged that the raw queries are submitted. It is difficult for logging system automatically mask the password, so user makes the syntax error. This is what exactly explaining this slide. Okay, so what are the methods are there? So the first recommended method is just connect as the user, and you can use the backslash password. It's the safest method when you connect as your server locally using the psql client. So this command encrypts the password on the client side before sending it, ensuring that plain text is never transmitted in your SQL statement and leaves no trace on the server logs. What exactly happening? So this is what I explained about that slide. So which is uh, the password, how it is exactly working. So this is what I explained very clearly. And the last, the recommended way is you should not use the Postgres super user for the other administratives and applications, because what will happen, the Postgres user is a super user. If you try to use for the same user for other things, it may expose your passwords, so which is not recommended way. Okay, and how we can safely eliminating this sharing the password? So that's what we can say. There is a method called LDAP, so which transmits the clear passwords from that your Postgres servers for authentication, and so which is MD5 or Scram SHA. So what exactly it's happening in the sense? So LDAP is a authentication methods which sends the clear password during the authentications. Instead of that, you can use the Scram SHA authentication, which is available from the Postgres 10 onwards. or Kerberos or client-side authentications. So most of the secure and banking sectors are using the Kerberos method. So it's kind of like a AD account. So you can manage the password rotation at the account level. So let's see a quick demo. So for this demo, I'm going to use PostgreSQL 15. Okay. So let's connect the database. So this is my database. So I just, before performing anything, I just need to verify the version. Okay, and I need to check the log statement as well. So by default it is none. What I'm going to do, I'm going to alter system set log underscore statement equal to select pg reload conf. Okay, now you can verify that log statement. Okay, show data underscore directory. So this is the data 2 only. So we are perfectly monitoring the data 2 server only. Okay, so data 2. Now create a user. So here actually I've just provided that this password. Now you can see that in the logs. So here you can see that I have created the user. Whatever the passwords which I have executed, the same which is appearing here. Okay, even though if I tried to change the password, again I am using the same one. So you can see here in the alter command, so the alter command still shows the same. So that's what I explained, that if you uh, just trying to change the bulk of users, so it would be a problem, right? Now what is the recommended method is, I will connect as a Postgres database with mynoteoracledba. Okay, just if you want, you can verify current user, so which is okay. I want to change the password. So what I would say, okay, it's just a typo. So the password has been changed. Okay, if you look at the logs, you can see here. So I have connected as a mynoteoracledba, and you can see here still I was verifying that the same select statement we have executed. So select current user, so which is showing the mynoteoracledba, right? So here I use the password, right? So when I use the password, here actually you can see here it call as internally alter user, this one with encryption method. So even though if you provided as a actual password, which show as a encrypted one. Okay, so here you can verify the password encryption. So that also I will explain over here why it was showing the MD5, because my database encryption method is MD5. That's why you are seeing the password as MD5 encrypted. Okay, the method is, if you want to just execute that, so this is the temporary workaround, but which is not recommended for learning purpose. I am showing that. Okay, so I'm just using the begin set log statement equal to none. So now I tried to change the password. I'm using the same one. Let's see. I'm saying commit. And you are trying to perform that, because right now you can verify the log statement set command, which set as the session level. So that's why even though if you done the commit, there was no logging is happening on this at the query. Okay, so once I disconnect and reconnect that, so which is showing the command. So this is a temporary workaround. Most of the people are following this method, but which is not recommended way. So as I mentioned earlier, you can, or LDAP, those kind of things, you can integrate your AD account with your Postgres, so which helps you to easily rotate the password. Okay, I hope you are clear in this video. So for more videos, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.